Kuzampo and a very warm welcome to Bhutan This Week, our weekly news magazine program with me, Samtin Dolkar. Our top stories this week: His Holiness the J. Khenpo consecrates Hakakab. National Assembly approves interim budget for the fiscal year 2018 to 2019. And construction of dam for Mangdechu Hydroelectric project almost complete. His Holiness the J. Khenpo consecrated Lhagakap in Ha, the reconstruction of the 7th century monastery, which started in 2010, was completed in October last year. After being mired in corruption controversies since the start of the project and 8 months of suspension to revise the drawings and designs of the structure, the seat of Ha Valley's protective deity Abchundu is now finally consecrated.
It's a sacred place for us, and today, with its reconstruction completed, its sanctity has only heightened.
There
were a lot of problems with the reconstruction of the monastery. We were skeptical about its completion, but today it stands tall and beautiful. Everyone is happy.
It used to be a small haga. There was no dressing then. However, today it has been beautifully reconstructed, and His Holiness blessed us with His presence. We cannot be more fortunate.
It is believed that a Tibetan king, Songtsen Gampo, founded Lhagakap as part of his mission to build 108 monasteries in one day. He built Lhagakap and Lhaganakpo in Ha Valley.
It is believed that in the 7th century, the Tibetan king decided to build 108 temples in a day. So along with Bumthang Jambel Hakang and Parukichul Hakang, the two Hakang here in Ha were also built. The other belief is that the 3 ridges, Jamyang, Chenrezi and Chanadoji in Ha spread a white sheet and then built this Lakang with supernatural powers.
Despite the construction of many additional infrastructures, the project was completed within its initial estimated amount of 150 million Interim.
Everything is complete now. We have constructed more structures than planned. We used only 149 million Interim, which is in fact less than the estimate of 150 million Interim. Lhagakap will not serve as a zong or be used as an administration center. It is just a lhaga and will house the rabde.
The reconstruction and renovation of Lhagakap was initiated upon the royal command of His Majesty the King. Meanwhile, along with the consecration, His Holiness also awarded certificates to 9 nuns of Kila Gyemba Nunnery who topped the middle secondary Buddhist study at the Sheta. The monastery's Lam also received a certificate of appreciation for his service since the nunnery started 9 years ago. For Sangchezom in Ha, Samtin Dolkar, BBS News. Most mines and quarry companies were not in line with the final mine feasibility study report, and environment management plan had poor drainage system within the sites and along the access road and no trained supervisors, among others. The National Environment Commission presented the findings to the mining and quarry companies in the capital recently.
There is
The NEC, in coordination with the Department of Geology and Mines, conducted its annual compliance monitoring between November 2017 and March this year. They observed 14 non-compliances. Disturbance to water bodies due to spillage of overburdened materials, poor dust suppression and solid waste management were the findings.
We want to give an opportunity to the miners for them to come into compliance. So that's why we are thinking of drawing this compliance agreement, before we resort to imposing penalty and shutting down the mines and quarries. The agreement will basically consist of the non-compliance issues pertaining to mining sector. Like the issue could be poor management of overburden material, poor management of roadside drains, and the mines not being in accordance with the mine plan.
To mitigate the issues of the findings, representatives from all mines and quarries will sign a compliance agreement by end of next month. As per the National Revenue Report 2016 to 2017, the royalty from mines and minerals is 329 million gitam and is the second largest source of revenue after the tourism sector in the country.
Most people have the misconception that mines are harmful to the environment. This is not true. We have other major sources of income in our economy, so we have to judiciously use the resources we have in generating income. For instance, hydropower and likewise wood and non-wood products from our forests.
Today, there are 88 mines and quarry companies in the country, of which 42 are operational. The rest are either non-operational, not yet commenced, or under restoration process. For Pemasalantsering, Sonomongdi, PBS News.
A flash flood on Wednesday at Mito in Lhinse has left 8 families homeless. Although not confirmed, locals doubt the cause to be the outburst of a glacial lake. Another flood on the same day in Jaregiok washed away 4 farm roads. No casualties were reported. The 8 victims received royal semso from His Majesty's Kidu office. After their homes were washed away by the flood, the 8 affected families currently stay in temporary shelters. Before the incident, the families were staying at the staff quarters of the construction company where they were working. While there was no casualty, the families lost everything to the flood.
We do not have a place to cook meals, not even a rice cooker. We have been left with nothing. The flood washed away everything. We are staying at Alhaga right now. We are facing lots of difficulties.
The flood also badly damaged a truck of the company, washed away a motorbike and caused many other damages.
Because of continuous heavy rainfall, we had the flood at 6 in the evening. We did not only lose the staff quarters, but many other property were damaged, televisions, printers and other items in our store. Some of our friends also lost their personal belongings to the flood.
People traveling between the Gyok and other places have to walk as the damaged roads have become risky for cars.
I'm driving a shopkeeper's Bolero now since he does not have a driver. But I'm stuck in the middle of the road because the flood seems to have completely damaged the road.
The flood also washed away a new bridge which was under construction and almost complete.
The construction of reinforced cement concrete bridge over Wombrichu is on the verge of completion. We have some grazing land around the farm, but it's not so good. However, we have grazing land on the other side of the river for cattle. We were so excited when the bridge was about to be complete, but when I came here, I found that the bridge was washed away by the flood.
The Dzongkhag administration is carrying out an assessment to determine the severity of the damages. A relief team who visited the affected place yesterday provided disaster kits to the victims. Meanwhile, in Jaregiok, 4 farm roads were washed away by another flood on the same day. While no casualty was reported,
it has caused problems for local children to go to their schools, but officials say conditions are improving. This is the second flood in the Songkhak. The first flash flood occurred at Shawa village last year. For Sonam sitting in Mongar, this is Sonam Choden for PBS News.
The National Assembly members unanimously decided to approve the interim budget for the fiscal year 2018 to 2019. The current budget for the fiscal year was approved for the whole year, while capital budget will be only for 6 months. The decision came after the Finance Committee of the House presented the review report on interim budget for the financial year 2018 to 2019.
The issue of setting unique precedents in preparing budget by the sitting government for the financial year under the next government was debated. The Finance Committee of the House supported the Finance Ministry's interim budget proposal for the smooth running of the governmental institutions and to continue the implementation of the ongoing developmental activities. However, the opposition said the interim budget should be for less than 6 months.
Penjoda tengachera chapchengi dinalu shapto disulu thoma phobe ben te benigi denle te yan dausum te yan dau du de chibe 제바체 가데베 참가 세메치 땡아체나루 순데 중이 이세슈니라 다니 베올레 텐디기베 다레나루 땡아체기나 테나 데덴 피베 갈레 로치기 베 갈레 테디나루 툭삼치 셰멘고가 아세 땡아라 카툴레 아니 이세슈니
다 슝삽 가온디라 베로 테로 공기 코랑기 켈라다 테 미길 따와다 티디베 테 라루 초티디 제운가에 메실라 라루디 테또 공가 메시 델레 사블레샤 추운가 메시 야 생니다 마팝니 왕세 부러 콩루 두 세슈니 다니 땡아시러기 다두 데다 고향 아님지 피우다디 디기디 땀마디우 가네 메제 세슈니 다 디벤디기 다 다우 두기 델로 인테림 버젯세 네갑기 철밀세 데다 나루 차지 제와진 같이 거들레 접주슈부베 뷰니 데멘 베와진 데 독쇼 거들레디 다 안에 숨기 수일루디 데 접주미 뷰 세슈니.
After some intense deliberation, the Finance Minister came up with a solution regarding the duration of the interim budget.
마지기 된다긴 영부디 남섬이 개발 메소스 주니라 다우지긴 베루 다우두기 베루 나지기 진정기디 떨럽디 다우두기게 맞주니 미시 주니라 온바베 나지기 템버줄로 톱니 미시 주니 아니 버들로 이로 나지기 니날로 게시 가dem집에 나지 창일디 나지기 짜팀 침맥이 짜센 주시비기 구반날로 가dem집에 나지기 창일디 싹도 머르바진 진정기 세로디 때 나히기 로기 때 라린 탑고서 열레딘디베 때다 나지게 다우두세 데베 또 날레 토가날레 투다진 남바진 때 짜템 체미기 디날레 고와 렌탕기 dum자지 답데우마도 되니면.
The House also approved the supplementary budget of more than 700 million ngitam. The House will vote on the interim budget and supplementary appropriation 2017-18 tomorrow for adoption. Sunampem for BBS News.
The joint sitting of the Parliament approved the recommendations made by the Public Accounts Committee to improve efficiency of the outpatient department of the National Referral Hospital. The sitting also approved the recommendations made to the Thimbuthumde to improve drinking water supply.
The National Referral Hospital received administration and financial autonomy in 2014 to help improve its operations. However, the Royal Audit Authority's performance audit carried out between 2014 and 16 saw people had to wait for a long time before getting to see a doctor. It was observed that doctors were on multiple assignments, leading to delayed patient consultation. Not following token and appointment systems were among other lapses observed by the report. The Royal Audit Authority made 11 recommendations for the hospital to make their service delivery efficient. The Parliament's Public Account Committee, in consultation with the audit, saw most recommendations were either not implemented or partially implemented. The recommendations passed by the joint sitting are the Royal Audit Authority to follow up with the Jimidojiwanchu National Referral Hospital and present in the next Parliament session on the status of the recommendations that are partially or not implemented at all. A shift system for doctors on round in wards and those doctors on duty in OPD to prevent patients from waiting for longer durations. efficient management and control of the token system. No outpatients should be entertained in medical wards by doctors on round. Chikmindoji Wanchu National Referral Hospital to review the effectiveness of the off-hour services. Similarly, the Royal Audit Authority studied efficiency of drinking water supply in Thimphu from 2010 till 2016. It was found that drinking water supply in Thimphu was insufficient and inequitable. The report of water quality tests were not carried out for most reservoirs and no monitoring and evaluation system for drinking water in Thimphu. The Public Accounts Committee found only one of the 15 recommendations was implemented by the Thimphu. The House recommended the audit to follow up on partially implemented and not implemented recommendations and to present the status in the winter Parliament session. It also recommended stronger coordination amongst relevant stakeholders in making sure the recommendations are implemented and to discontinue the use of drinking water at car wash units in the Thomde. The Parliament also recommended to list providing adequate safe drinking water as a priority and requested the MOWHS Thimphu and the RCAC to work together to sort the labour and expertise shortage at the Thimphu. Sharabdoji, BBS News.
Starting this year, Punakha will have its own organically grown watermelons for sale in the market. The successful harvest of watermelon in the Dzongkhag this year has encouraged more locals to grow the fruit. Watermelons were tasted out on trial in the Dzongkhag since last year.
60-year-old Pemo Doji from Samdinghar village planted watermelon seedlings on his half-acre land in March this year. Today, his orchard is filled with large, juicy watermelon fruits. He recently sold some and feels the profit is good. Pema started out with free seedlings provided by the Agriculture Research and Development Center in Bajo. He also attended a training on watermelon cultivation.
The yield is good and I'm also able to make good money from it. If there are around 100 fruits, I'll be able to get around 30,000 to 40,000 newton. Compared to other vegetables, this is much more profitable. It only depends on whether you are willing to do the work or not.
Similarly, Namgi Wangmo is another beneficiary who has started making profits from the fruit. Recently, she sold watermelon worth 1,500 from her orchard.
The income from it is very good. It's 100% profit. We get around 80 Newton per kilogram. With all the support we are getting, it is very encouraging for us.
This is the first successful watermelon harvest in the western region. It was initiated under Integrated Horticulture Promotional Project under JICA last year. It is also an initiative for import substitution and increasing rural income for locals. 3 varieties of watermelon were distributed to 3 geogs in Punakha.
These days we hear about the chemicals being added in the fruits we import. This is purely organic, which will not have any adverse effect on the consumers. Since the watermelon season does clash with paddy cultivation, it would contribute towards optimum utilization of the field while also adding to their revenue.
The ARDC Bajo is providing free seeds, equipments and technical support to interested. For Komal Kharka in Wangdi Phodrang, this is Ringdandu for BBS News.
Farmers of Nanong in Pemagatsal are preserving and storing onions after its price dipped this year. Mass cultivation since 2015 has also resulted in abundant supply of onions. By this time, farmers would be earning cash by selling onions. But this year, they are storing the onions to be sold later when the price increases. It is fetching only about 15 Newton a kilo when they expect at least 25 Newton. But storing onions is a problem with no proper facility.
The price is low in the market, otherwise we can earn good cash. Last year, it was about 15 Newton a kilogram. This year we are storing onions. I hope it works. Otherwise, if we cannot sell, it will rot.
We are growing more now. There's no problem in cultivating onions. But it's very difficult to sell. That's why we're not able to make good income. And at the same time, we're facing problem to store it. It would be better if we get a proper curing shed to preserve for longer duration.
With mass production and increased harvest, the Geog Agriculture Extension Officer said they are also now looking for market and new facility.
Till now, we haven't worried much. Then now with the upscaling of the production, we have come up with curing shed that on trial basis, and we have one curing shed constructed at Nano with fund and technical support from National Post Harvest Center, Parola. And soon onion will be kept there for trial, and we'll also see how it works.
If the shed benefits the farmers, agriculture sector will support the construction of more sheds. The vegetable group in Nanong has 48 households, and every household collected a minimum of 300 kilograms of onion. For Teledoji in Pemagachal, Samtindolkar, PBS News. The construction of the dam of 720 megawatt Mangdechu Hydroelectric project in Tongsa is expected to take only a few more days to complete. The executive engineer of the dam said about 99.9% of the work is complete as of yesterday.
The construction of this dam began in 2013. From the deepest foundation level, it stretches to a height of 105 meters.
Only 3 meter balance to touch the dam top. So we are going to complete it by end of this month. That is only 10 days. So after 10 days, our main concreting about dam will be over. Before 30th of this month, we will going to launch the bridge over this and will complete the activity of dam concreting.
The erection of 4 gates that regulates the flow of water is also 80% complete.
The purpose of radial gate is to pass out the surplus water whatsoever coming in the river, that may be due to rain or melting of snow. That is beyond our capacity of dam, that will be passed out through that radial gates.
As per the project's March work progress report, the overall progress of the dam and associated underground work is 99% complete. The Mangdechu project will be commissioned in November this year. For Pasa in Trongsa, Yishe Gelson, BBS News.
Well, that's all for this time. Do join us next time, same time. Thank you for watching.